And the fight is on.
It's the Tulsa Trading Company versus the Boston Marauders. Round one underway.
Looks like we have a 2-on-2. A hold has been called. It's actually a 3-on-2. Fight is back on. Looks like actually it was 4-on-2. Left-hand side of the screen, Moncton Raiders. Right-hand side of the screen, Tulsa Free Company going into round two.
Round two underway. Winner, Artina's round.
One of the things that you can't experience at home, the amount of dust that's being picked up is amazing. So if you hear a cough every once in a while, that's the reason.
Tulsa has the lead. Sam Moncton.
Fighting out in the corner, it's looking even between Tulsa and Moncton. Moncton just went down. It's 2-2. But it looks like Tulsa has the advantage due to the head grab. A Moncton fighter still desperately trying to maintain his feet. Has a down fighter behind him. If the Tulsa fighter can use that down fighter, the Moncton fighter will not be able to keep his feet, having no ground to stand on. It is always hard when you're fighting in a corner because whichever fighter is in that corner is able to brace himself very well. Still 2-on-2. They're trying, and we have a Moncton fighter down. Tulsa has the advantage, 2-1. It will not be stopped for 2-1. It has to be 3-1 for a stop. So that Moncton fighter is desperately trying to maintain his feet, but it's not looking good. He's got both fighters grappling him. He's back in the corner, which is definitely more supported. They're now trying to make him fall due to pain. And that mace blow falls. If the pain gets high enough, you'll take a knee. They've got him bent over. If the other fighter can add some weight to his back, which he's attempting to do, he's trying to sweep his feet. If he sweeps a foot, it'll be over. It is hard to be that man in the corner trying to stay on your feet with two people trying to tear you down. That's a huge amount of energy. But he's desperate to keep his team in the fight. 2-1, Moncton trying to survive against two Tulsa fighters. Tulsa fighters are still trying to sweep his feet. They've got him bent. These rails are wide, which means you cannot hook the rail with your arms. That's what you would normally see in a narrower rail, arms hooked around, making it very hard to pull down. These are called table rails. Still trying to take his feet out. Moncton fighter is not going down easy. He's been bent over double for a minute or two now. Amazing heart being shown by this Moncton fighter. And down it goes, 1v1. Moncton fighter managed to take down one with him, but that's not enough to win. We have gates have been closed. Marshals are indicating they're ready. And the fight has started. Tulsa Free Company versus Cincinnati Barbarians. Tulsa Free Company, blue and white. Cincinnati Barbarians, the blue and red. We have a substitute weapon. One of the Cincinnati Barbarians had to go get another weapon. Loose in the backfield. No one down yet. Still tied up. Both middle fighters are looking to take that little bit of advantage. We have 2-on-2s and 2-3 fighters. They're now on the top rail. 3-on-3 on the top, 2-on-2 on the bottom. We have had one down. One of the Cincinnati Barbarians is down. Tulsa Free Company with a 5-4 advantage. Another fighter down. Tulsa Free Company is now commanding this 5-3. Oh, a hard charge in the corner. Tulsa Free Company now has the luxury of being able to move people around from scrum to scrum. Cincinnati Barbarians trying to hold the corner, has been dragged out of the corner where he's far more vulnerable. But Tulsa needs to take advantage of that. It's a one-on-one, and they've stopped the fight due to a flag. So it's 2 versus 4. Fight shouldn't have been over unless a flag was thrown as we yield. Finals. You're going to be out here 10 times. About to have the fight start. And they're on. Round 2. Again, we're watching our middle, the flankers, trying to make a little advantage. Usually you want your quickest fighters in the middle so they can move to an area and take advantage, make a temporary advantage before the other fighter catches up. We have had one of the Tulsa Free Company go down. Oh, huge smashing up here on the top right rail. This is looking like it's going to go Cincinnati, which will make this 1-1. Weapon substitution on Cincinnati. It's all down in this bottom corner here. A hold has been called, probably due to an equipment failure. And it's back on again. 2-3, 2-4, I should say. 2 Tulsa. Trying to stand up, and it's been called. I'm assuming this was a flag throw. Fighters are ready. And both sides are in place. The fight is on. Tulsa Free Company versus Cincinnati Barbarians. Tulsa Free Company are in the white and blue. Red and blue, Cincinnati. Still anyone's fight. We have one on each side down. It's 4-4. Oh, it's 3-3. One of the Barbarians loose in the backfield, using a lot of energy, but being effective. It's essentially a hammer fest going on in this lower corner as one of the Cincinnati Barbarians tries to work loose. And it's called. That one went to Tulsa. Marshals are ready, and they are in. Tulsa Free Company. Coming in aggressively. Everyone's looking for that middle. We have a 3 versus 3 on the top and a 2 versus 2 on the bottom. Nobody down yet. One of the Florida men is down, making it a 5-4 fight at the moment. 2 are down. It is a 5-3 fight. Tulsa Free Company looking dominant right now. Another one down. That is 5-2. 5-2 is Tulsa's win if they can just take advantage of their numbers. And another is down. It's over. 5 versus 1. And here they go. Still 5 versus 5. One down. One of the Barbarians is down. 2 are down. We have 2 go down, 1 of each. So it's 4 versus 2. It is now 3 versus 1. Tulsa Free Company wins round 2 over the Florida men.
Had some ups and downs, and they're made it out of their pools, and they're looking to make a true name for themselves. Here we go. We're off. Very conservative start on the far side. Near side action getting started great. I believe that's Zach Golden for Tulsa Free Company crushing those 2 fighters into the corner. Going to try to let his team get a 2-on-1, and not quite able to convert it with that takedown there. He fell down with the head rip. Some strong axe work by that Tulsa fighter. Was not able to open up a throw or get a pain compliance takedown with it, but may have been able to do a little bit of damage, possibly enough to put one of these fighters into a compromised position for the rest of this round.
We have
Bit of a scrum, bit of a mess around. I think this is Tyler Gentile working that axe. He is fighting out of pretty much everywhere. He's a perennial merc. I think he's currently a Chicago fighter, but today fighting with Tulsa. Nice takedown there. Good teamwork by, I believe that was Heath I don't really know how to describe that, but you all saw it. The fighter going for a piggyback ride, legs kicking in the air as he was unable to get back to the ground. That's the first I've ever seen one of those. Marshall's having a little pre-fight conversation, but they're done. They're ready to get us started, and off we go. Death Dealers, Axeman really wants to get work on. Tulsa says no, lots of blocks on that. Same thing on the far side now. The Tulsa fighter swinging hard with the axe. Every shot going right into a buckler though, not gonna get much with that. We break into the grapples. I see someone's dropped an axe over there. I don't know if that's a primary or a backup. We have one trade, 4-4. It was a primary. We see the Tulsa fighter running to the backfield. This would be the moment for the Death Dealers to take advantage. They are trying to. They have a 2-on-1, now a 3-on-1, but now it's evened out. And there's a 2-on-1 on this near side for Tulsa. Tulsa needs to get in there. Their one fighter in the corner has 3 fighters on him, and his buddies are not helping him at all. Someone down, I wasn't able to see who it was. I think that was a Death Dealer, actually. 2 Death Dealers down. Is it 4-2? I believe it's 4-2. Broken axe for Tyler Gentile. He has to run back. This would be a chance to turn it around for the Death Dealers. Hopefully they can get a takedown. They cannot. It is 4-1. What a round. What a match for Tulsa Free Company. They're going to be the resume. New Order, I believe, have never fought internationally. So it's quite the change. 1 down already for New Order on the far side. 2 down. Looks for a nice check. Got the... oh! Great footwork to catch. Oh! Turns it around, catches the rail. We're back even 3-3. What a turnaround. Zach able to just muscle that man down. Zach, the monster, sees the... He had eyes in the back of his head to see that coming. Going, it turned into some sort of drop Sayanagi. All right. Tulsa winning the last round 2-1, I believe is going to be the result of that final call. Or maybe 2-0. No, 2-0. 2-1 is in the stoppage. 2-0 is going to be the result of that final match, I believe. New Order going to try to not just improve on that, but look for a true victory this time around. The amount that you win by does matter, particularly in a round robin like this. If teams are tied with number of wins at the end of the fight, it will go to small points, which is the number of fighters remaining standing across the total rounds, as that is one of the tiebreaker criteria. So it's not just about winning, but winning with how many you have standing. It's why you will rarely see people go for what we call suicide throws. You grab someone and just pull them down, even if you're up. All right, here we go. On the far side, they get started first this time around. Zach looking to be stealthy, big man running. Oh, wasn't able to get the check, but that New Order fighter's not going to feel great after getting squished between 2 giants like that. They get 1 fighter down, another check across the field, but was not able to help them. New Order ties it up, 4-4. They have, looks like the Congo line head rip. Yep, there it is. It's gonna be a double takedown. Oh no! No, you hate to see it. Tripped on the dirt. What a way to go. It happens sometimes. This dirt is, after a long day of fighting, gets lots of mounds and dirt in them. You start running a little too fast, get your head out ahead of you. If you catch just a little bit, you will go sprawling. We are so top heavy in these kits. The Ukraine, they also have a UK team and a USA team. Mostly out of the Midwest near the Ohio and Michigan region. Tulsa, mostly out of Tulsa. Pushing, I'm not sure they're pushing deep, as if Tulsa might have caught a piece of armor and are trying to pull this Kenya's Fire deep. try to get him away from his buddies so they can work some sort of 2-on-1. While they're doing it though, they're eating some shots, and I don't think they're throwing many in return. On the far side, you see that Tulsa fighter trying to work the axe. Seems like it's mostly catching Buckler. Great work to defend by that Quinez fighter guard. Good head rip by Quinez Fire. Didn't get it done in time, and Zach is there to save his partner. Is he going to be able to convert into a takedown too? No, Quinez Fire frees his head. We are at 5-5, maybe 30 seconds into the match. Usually seen a takedown by now. No clear advantage as I say it. Dakota able to turn over Tyler Gentile, but in the corner, we also see Tulsa getting another takedown to even it out. Zach almost got his boy over in the corner. You see a trade and a win for Tulsa. I think that was Samuel, who I believe is the captain. Oh! Strategic knee by Quinez Fire. He says, I don't think... All right, here we go. Starting off the fight. Near side gets into it right away. Tulsa starting the action, and they're pushing hard. Now, same thing, the Tulsa fighter able to defend, keeping any of those axe shots from landing. The Quinez fighter on the rail was throwing these very short punches into the head. I don't think they're going to do much, just kind of be annoying. Someone dropped a weapon. You can't fight without a weapon in your hand. I don't know if they've since rearmed or if maybe that was a backup weapon. Everyone's still involved in the fight though, so you got to assume everyone is still armed. Marshals are a clear view and no one is being sat. Quinez Fire center says, I want to get some action. I'm going to start running. Almost catches the check. Got to be scanning the field if you're off the rail. Was not doing that, the Tulsa fighter, but survived. Tulsa boys are big, sturdy, and they wear a lot of metal. You have to put a lot of energy in them if you're going to get a check takedown. Can't just touch them. Got to run through them. Oh, first takedown, third takedown for Tulsa. Quinez in a rough position. If they want to win the round, they got to make something happen right now, and I don't think they're going to. Very bad position for every Quinez fighter right now. The center gets free though, and now he can work. Heavy axe shot, not gonna work against the mostly plate mail fighters on Tulsa. We have a 4-1 as there was a trade on the near side. So here we go. And again, I believe that was Bam Bam they were talking about. Bam Bam, one of the first 29 fighters in the sport for the US. He went to Battle of the Nations in 2012 with 28 other guys who didn't have any clue what they were doing, didn't have any clue what the sport was. And from that, we've grown into this, where we have some 400, 500 fighters here today at the T. Ed Garrison Arena at Clemson University. And a whole new thing. Ooh, heavy punch from Bam on the near side, but immediately gets caught up in a bad grapple. He does not have a good position on this. Looking to turn, now he does. He's looking for the down rail with that, trying to get heavy head control. I think he's against Heath there. Heath making some bad footwork, able to get back under control. We have a trade in the middle, and Bam Bam gets a nice turning a Soto. Heath was unable to get his feet back under him. Almost over the bodies. That was, but the fighter, not sure, maybe Zach, maybe Sam, able to run it out and survive. I do think, no, that I see Zach in the corner, so that would probably be Sam. Bam Bam again, another turning a Soto. Tulsa taking the knee, saying, let's, he might have only got two. I think it was a hat trick, though, of turning a Sotos. But either way, he got at least two of their takedowns, pulling him out. We'll see if that is going to cost them, or if the rest of their team can step up. Tulsa going to try and make something happen to come back. We see one Tulsa fighter was in a bad position, turns it around, gets a shove, takedown, losing his axe though. This one Ordo on the far side, very stretched out, great leg pinch. I think that's Zach Golden working the leg pinch there. Gonna have a hard time finishing it without his buddy to come help. I think they're working the wrong 2-on-1 on this near side. Ordo fighter freed his legs. That's the fighter pointed out earlier with the interesting hands choice, but who showed some real skill earlier. 4-3 for the Tulsa Free Company. We had a trade in the corner. Oh, what a foot sweep. Pants boy, pajama pants, trying to run away. Zach says, I can't catch you, but I can. Body sizes. I do see that that's Tyler in the middle, who switched from a two-handed axe to a one-handed axe. No buckler though, deciding instead he just wants the free hand for grappling, not gonna rely on any real defense or punching. Interesting strategy. Two-on-one, micro two-on-one on the near side. It's gone now. Cross, unable to score with the cross. You see the Tulsa fighter on the far side saying, get in there, buddy, get in, sending his buddy to help on the near side. Marshall pointing to the far, just trying to tell his buddies where he wants them to be, what he's in control of. We have a trade down near the yellow gate. Yes, we have a trade. I see another fighter down, I can't tell. I think it's 3-3. Yeah, so we must have had another trade on this near list. 3-3. Everyone has a single dance partner. No one able to support anyone at the moment. Oh, was he able to stay up? Off camera, I can't tell. He comes back into frame, he's up. Did lose a weapon though. And they run out. They're signaling they're paying attention. First Marshall in the middle kicks us off. Cincinnati Barbarians on the right, very happy to just get into it. Walk into some punches to get hands-on, looking for some early grappling. We see a nice takedown. I think that was Heath in the the bassinet for Tulsa. I think they're gonna call him down on that one. Yeah, they were able to get 2 takedowns, but they lost one of their fighters for that. This fighter looking for the side head whip. Again, sometimes known as the Danish. For this, you need to get your leg behind the opponent's leg, unless you're just that strong. Apparently, he's him and able to convert just purely on strength. Goes down over the bodies. Oh no, oh no, oh no, we have an injury. Zach is hobbling. Hopefully that doesn't become a tradition, but both the rest of the Tulsa and Barbarians willing to get back into it without their brethren. Active striking on both sides. Nothing landing particularly well though. I think we see this far Barbarian more looking to just strip a weapon. On the near side, looked for some sort of turning trip as the Tulsa company came by. Hate to see that. Tulsa gave up position, went and ended up having to go for a suicide throw and just pull the fighter over him. Very disappointing for personally whenever that happens. I hate to see it. I think it's both boring and unsportsmanlike. A trade on the far side as well. Heath looking for some sort of turn. He has perfect position on this near side for a down rail of Soto. Instead, he was looking for some sort of outside trip. But now he sees his buddy coming in. 2-1 Tulsa. He needs to let go and no, he goes for the suicide as well. Knows that his buddy is up. That'll give him the match. Not my favorite play, but it does get them the victory. Well done, Tulsa Free Company. Barbarians made them work for it, though. No easy teams in this bracket. Everyone bringing their A game today. You see hands being given out by the Barbarians to the downed Tulsa fighters. Big hugs. There's a huge camaraderie across all of the fighters and all of the teams. Hugs across the board. A lot of respect. Tulsa boys very happy, celebrating hugs. We do see Zach's leg taped up with ice. Just with ice though when he's walking. I think he's gonna be fine, which is great to see. I'm sure, looks like they believe they've done enough to take gold, and I think I agree.
Banners are up. And we're on. Everything's concentrated on the right-hand side of the field. We have a loose fighter in the backfield. Detroit is covering him. We have one from each team down. We now have an advantage to Detroit Fight Club. Detroit Fight Club is 4 versus 3. Detroit Fight Club 2-1 on the rail, and then everyone else is 1-on-1 in both corners. Oh, one corner down, both went down. So we now have a 3 versus 2. Three versus 2. You got to make that 2-1 advantage take place. Oh, lost a weapon, back in. There was a momentary tie. We are back to tie, 2-1. This one's really going down to the line. Legion down. It's now 2-on-1, but that Detroit Fight Club member's got to get back in there and take advantage of that. They're now back in the corner. 1-1. Detroit Fight Club 1-1. This is a grueling match, and it's only round 1. He's got him levered, and they're both down. This is going to be a tie. That is being updated as we go along. Schedules will change as some teams are not able to maintain a field. If you have an injury and are not able to maintain 5 fighters on the field, you drop. All right, we're getting ready to do this thing. Going to our overhead shot. And we're fighting. Detroit Fight Club versus Legion of Honor. We have 1 Legion of Honor down. That makes 5-4. 2 down. It is 3 down and 1 of Detroit. It is 4. It is now over. Detroit Fight Club wins round 2, 1-0 for Detroit Fight Club. And they're fighting. Round 3, but still no decisive victories. We have 1 on each side down. We have managed to keep his feet, so Legion of Honor has the advantage, 4-3. 4-3, still viable, but it's definitely going to be an uphill battle. I've been doing that.
We don't have to go to the...
That doesn't transition. This
Right.
should be what's on the screen.
Right, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm watching. Okay, it is going to be Legion of Honor, which means we are going to be 1-1, and they're going to have to go to a round 4. One of Legion of Honor lost a weapon, is having to go get a new one. It's still 3-2 though. When he comes back, it'll be 4-2. He went out to get a two-handed axe, and he's laying it. Oh, that is punishment right on the thigh. He's down. Legion of Honor wins this. It is 4-1. Kate, the start in this round 4, and the fight is on. Detroit Fight Club versus Legion of Honor. We already have 2 Legion down. This is going to go to Detroit Fight Club. It'd be really hard to come back from this. It is now 4-1. It is over. Detroit Fight Club wins in round 4 in a grueling match. Bringing it up. We have 2 down. It is 4 versus 4. One from each side came down together. Good hard charge, bringing down one of the Death Dealers. Legion of Honor have the advantage. Getting another weapon. It's now 4 versus 3. Legion of Honor 4. 3 Death Dealers still standing.
That concludes our women's melees for the day. Let's have a round of applause for our women's fighters! Our next category is the red, and including this will be the men's.
It's all coming down to this scrum here in the top corner. Mass of flesh trying to push each other over. It'll be one of those things where you have a domino effect where almost everyone goes down all at once. Struggling to get out. We have a weapon bound. It's going to the corner now. And it's now even, 3 versus 3. Nope, sorry, 3-2. Death Dealers there taking good advantage of having the outside. 3 versus 2, Legion of Honor really need to take care of this 2-1 advantage they've got in that corner. It's hard to do though when that man's trapped in the corner. 2 Death Dealers versus 3 Legion of Honor.
Welcoming our first N21 team to the race. In the blue gates, it's Panthers USA! Their opponents coming in from the red gate. It's the company!
And there it goes. We have it 3-1. It goes to Legion of Honor. Getting ready for our next fight. Round 2 has started. Legion of Honor versus the Death Dealers. Death Dealers have advanced hard onto Legion territory. Not that that matters.
Round 1 goes to Panthers USA!
We have 1 Death Dealer down. Legion of Honor 5-4 advantage. Good turn. That Legion of Honor has thrown down the Death Dealer, but Death Dealer showed some serious situational awareness before he got bombed to the thigh. He turned and took it. Legion of Honor have 5 still standing versus 3 Death Dealers. There are 2 Death Dealers in the corner. They're hard to see, that lower right-hand corner. And they're both low to the ground. They're both down. It is 5 versus 1. The fight is over. Fight is about to begin. Round 1 has begun. Oh, that is rough. Legion of Honor backpedaling. Man, you hit a snag in the sand, fell down. Even with another player not being involved, once you're down, you're out of the fight. There is reasoning behind this. When you're down on the ground, your armor is not able to protect you when you're on your feet. When you're on your feet, the armor only has to overcome the inertia of you being moved by a weapon strike. Kind of like a blacksmith can't bend anything unless he has an anvil to hit against. Once you're on the ground, you're on the anvil, and now you are breakable. That is one of the medieval modifications made to make these kind of combats more survivable. Even though the weapons are blunted, or as they call them, evaded, blunt damage happens. A mace is a blunt weapon, and it's still very effective. Really hard shots to the back and corner. Amazing that this Legion of Honor fighter is still standing. They have both gone down. It is now 3 versus 2. 2 headsmen versus 2 Legion of Honor in this round 1 fight in the upper corner. Really hard hammer blows. Legion of Honor still trying to stay in there. One of the headsmen has gotten into the corner, which means the Legion of Honor member is not able to get into the corner and keep away. He's being double teamed. They're looking to take his legs out from underneath him. He's bent double and he's down. That's it. Headsman win 4-1.
Round 1.
Will slide the blow up towards the neck. Really, really hard to gauge these things. Round 2 has begun.
Votes over the red and blue audience stands. That list will be on lunch break for the next 30 minutes. Take the time, stretch your legs. Go say hi to our vendors.
If there was a neck shot, by the way, the captain can put in a protest. And this is available, so people have been using this as a video instant replay. So if a foul is called, that fight might be judged.
30-minute break for the red and blue list.
A lot of punishment being delivered. Seeing some huge two-handed axe blows. They're calling something about that blow. They're calling the fighter down. It looks to be. They're calling the axe down. And I'm not quite sure why. He has a backup weapon, so he's still in the fight.
Take the round. Legion of Honor.
Legion of Honor wins 1 versus 1. Round 3 has begun. fast track. Too many fights going on. We have one headsman down. Nice charge by the headsman, but another headsman just went down. Legion of Honor is looking to take this. It is 5 versus 3. Dog pile, but one, oh, amazing. Oh, it was too bad he fell down at the same time. And it was an amazing charge.
All right, and here we go. Ordo pushing hard on the left. You see that fighter kind of jumping to the side, looking to sort of feint a little bit, maybe looking for a run, really making that falchion work. We don't see a lot of that anymore. I really like that work. Put a little bit of pain into your opponent. Tough run there, almost got caught out for it, survives it. Let's see if he can find a throw. No, Legion of Honor with a nice little shove push, looking for head rip, but gives up the back. He might get caught out. No, nice recovery. Ordo, a good turn throw there. We're down to 4-4. Trying to soften up on the far side. Back to those 1v1s. Really need to trying to look. Oh, we have a man down by Legion. Ordo up 4-3. Ordo really needs to get all their men involved to take advantage of it. You see on the far side, this is a smart play by Ordo, just sort of hanging out. Not going to try too hard. Doesn't have to, because they have the numbers on the far side. Now getting to work, not necessary. That Legion fighter, though, really needs to put in the work. Otherwise, you know, they're more likely to go down. Oh, Ordo loses a weapon. You are required to have a weapon in your hand to take offensive actions. By dropping that weapon, that fighter had to return to his side of the list. Nice work, throwing some heavy strikes. Wasn't able to get anything, gonna go find a new target. Jumping head rip, doesn't have the back, probably won't pull anything off on this. Does have the fighter bent over, and it was enough. Just getting the fighter bent, his friend was able to push him down. 4-2, tough place to come back from. So, Ordo fighter just stuck out in the field, not taking advantage of it. Josh says, let's go. And we're off. Ordo really getting into it. I like this dancing this fighter's doing, trying to sort of bait people in. Almost playing a sort of off-the-rail center roll, running a 2-center strategy. Legion center, or yes, gets it, needs to get in there with like that, get that axe working. Legion up. And just like that, Ordo turns it around, 4-4. Got to be careful when you charge in. Makes you very susceptible to a foot sweep. Ooh, that was a heavy check. Into the rail though. Often a check into the rail. Won't turn into a takedown, but that was a nice work to just keep the pressure on until he could get the takedown he was looking for. I didn't see the footwork, but I'm going to guess that was some sort of inside trip. All right, we've changed camera angles here to give you a much closer view. I want to thank our live stream crew, Joel and Greg Fabic, who have provided us some really nice camera angles this year. Every year our setup gets better. Provided us mics so that we can come here and give you sort of the best quality stream that we can. One of the best, I would say, in the sport outside of the championships, and better than some champions. What a nice calf kick there. Wasn't able to turn it into a takedown, but did give him good position. Head control now. It's going to be hard to get out of there. Great work, great work. Ordo, another 4-1 victory. Tier 1 and Tier 2, when did this become like soccer? Well, I don't know what you mean by like soccer. If you mean like most professional sports where you have multiple different levels of league, it became like it 3 years ago at Carnage. We have...
Leper missed and going back for a new one already. Fighter's down, looks to be a New Orleans rider. That gives the Leper Knights the lead. Another New Orleans Storm Rider down. So it's 4-3 in favor of the Leper Knights. And that's it. Leper Knights win. And round 2 has started. Leper Knights coming back out again. Oh, nice job. Leper Knight taken down by a charge from the Storm Rider. Two Leper Knights down. That is 2 for this one. It is already over. No. Okay, they're calling one of the Leper Knights down. You ready? Sides are ready, and the fight is on. Another nice takedown, same as before, actually. Advantages to New Orleans, and they've won. Depends if they decide. I think it was a 3-on-1 briefly. Nope, there was a hold called. I wonder if they're going to sit these other fighters up again. All right, we have a 2-on-1 situation. 2 New Orleans Storm Riders versus 1 Leper Knight. Shot to the ribs. That axe is finding little places to go into. It's a miserable place to be when you're being pounded on. You can't do anything about it. He's down. New Orleans Storm Riders take round 2. Well, I believe we're looking at Leper Knights here on the right-hand side. Peasant Uprising on the left-hand side. Oh, there we go. They've got the scores up now. Combat is joined between the Leper Knights and Peasant Uprising. A lot of Leper Knights down, Peasant Uprising doing pretty well. hard slam into that rail. There we go. We had 3 peasants working over that Leper Knight. They finally took him down. And there they go. Advancing to the field. First charge by a peasant. Steamroll going in the left-hand side here. And we have 2, one of each go down. Essentially 4 1v1s going on right now. Each trying to throw. There goes one. One of the Leper Knights is down, giving an advantage 4-3 to the Peasant Uprising. Another Leper Knight down. Peasant Uprising is now commanding 4-2. And it's over. Peasant Uprising wins the match. Leper Knights coming out aggressively. Actually, the Rogues came out aggressively. Leper Knights are waiting. But it's a standoff. They're all both trying to strategize, trying to find someone loose, someone who can get into a background, someone who can blindside another fighter. The centers are both eyeing each other. And we have one Leper Knight down, possibly 2, can't tell. Rogues are definitely in command now. Amazing that that Leper Knight is still standing in the left-hand top corner. He's down now, though. The Rogues have this. There are 5 of them standing. Versus 2 Leper Knights. And it is over.
Rogues versus Leper Knights.
Oh, those are really hard shots going in the back there. 2 fighters down, 1 for each side. Another fighter down in the back corner or in the back side. Another Leper Knight just went down, and it is the Rogues again. The Rogues have won round 2 and have won the match.
Victory to the